I was going through a mental breakdown. I was not eating well. I was not at my healthiest. I was not taking care of myself. And honestly, I was just throwing a pity party. And I got tired of that. I got tired of just feeling sorry for myself and not taking control of my life. And that's the reason why I decided to start the 100 Days Challenge. It's been about close to 2 weeks of being on this challenge, and I wanted to let you guys know of the challenge so that you can actually join in if you are interested or know how to take control of your life as well, because I know I'm not the only person that is going through this. I realized this after posting about it because I was telling people what I was going through, what I was experiencing. I'll insert a video. I'm a mess right now. Not just me, my life, my room, everything is a mess. And I think for the longest time I did not want to have this conversation because I knew that it would just make it more real. Everything is a mess. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what direction I'm taking. And I'm freaking out because I don't like that. I don't like not knowing what I'm doing. I decided to take a break a little bit because I refuse to be one of those girlies that cry on camera. I refuse. No, I'm not doing that. But I am constantly battling with my eating disorder. I am gaining a lot of weight in a very short span of time. I have a terrible relationship with food. I keep self-sabotaging even with clients. I took another break. I'm even self-sabotaging with clients to a point where I will get on a discovery call with someone and they'll say that they want to work with me, and then all that's left is for me to send them the contract and send them the invoice, and then somehow I just can't get myself to do that because I don't know. But I was talking to people about the experience I was having and the troubles that I was having, and I was being transparent and vulnerable with the audience that I've built on TikTok and Instagram. And after that, I told people that, you know what, I am not going to continue feeling sorry for myself. I am actually going to start a challenge where I start developing myself. And since then, I have been posting each day, sharing what I'm doing on that day, what I'm working on, how I'm feeling, and so on. It is a work in progress. I think something that I expected when I started this challenge was that, very quickly I was going to have everything in order. I would understand what I'm doing. I would figure everything out very quickly, which is a lie because I'm still working step by step. Now, before I tell you guys about the rules that I had for this challenge, I do want you guys to realize that you will not be able to do this all at once. I had to realize it myself. I thought that I would immediately be able to jump straight into it and start doing it, have everything, everything done. But what I'm realizing now is that I'm taking it a step each time. So if I'm focusing on one thing, I will focus on that for like that week or just for some time, and then I'll move on to the next thing because I genuinely cannot do everything at once because I'm not used to it. And if there's something I've realized about myself is that intensity does not work for me. It's rather better for me to, go through it slow and steady. Now let's talk about what actually goes into this 100 Days Challenge. Now, rule number 1 is to pray and read the Bible every day. I haven't been consistent when it comes to praying and reading the Bible, and I feel like that's what's throwing me off right now. I do not have a very good relationship with God because I have not been fellowshipping. I have not been speaking to God, so I haven't been making the time to actually do that. So I think that's one of those things that are like causing me to be anxious because I genuinely don't know what direction to take and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I haven't completely gotten there, but we are a lot better than we were when we started off. I actually have Bible studies. So I created the support group for the 100 Days Challenge. There are about like 23 people right now. And we share our own, like basically every single day we're sharing how did the day go, what were we up to, and every Friday now we're going to be having our Bible study. So that has been helping me when it comes to like basically holding myself accountable and making sure that I do everything that I say that I'm going to do. So support group is a plus. Number 2 is meditating for 5 minutes. When I tell you, I genuinely cannot sit in silence for any period of time. I can't because my mind just runs wild, and I try by all means to cancel out the noise because it's so much. That's why I can't sit in silence. So I always look for whether it's music or something just like to quiet me. And I think learning how to sit in silence, be still, and be okay in silence, have peace, and not be continuously thinking about so many different things is something that I am aiming for, because I need to learn how to focus, how to be calm, how to not think. Like sometimes I just want to learn how to not think about anything at all, because I know that it's going to help me when it comes to not being anxious or as anxious as I usually am. Number 3 is journaling. Now here's the thing. When it comes to journaling, I usually start, but because I'm putting so much pressure on myself to write about a specific thing, I wouldn't continue with it. And that I feel like it's very important to journal, especially for me. I'm currently learning how to express my emotions or how I'm feeling at that moment, which is something I realized I needed to do when my friend actually called me out on it. I have a tendency of not expressing myself, even to people that I really care about, that I love. So I'm currently working on that, and I think journaling is going to help me when it comes to expressing myself, because I literally just brain dump. So whatever it is that I'm feeling on that day, I'm going to write it down. Whether it's going to be long, it's going to be short, I am going to write it down. Now, I haven't gotten it in the bag. I still skip some days, but it's a start. Number 4 is 8 to 10K steps or a 30 minutes workout. I am still getting down to the 8 to 10K steps. I have gotten some success days where I literally got to 12,000 steps, but then there are some days where I literally did not walk around, especially if I'm not going to college. By the way, I'm a college student, a business owner, and a content creator. Let's just put that out there. So when I'm not going to college, usually getting out or doing anything is really hard for me. So that's something I'm currently working around and trying to find a structure that's going to work for me, because I realize that I thrive in structure, but when there is no structure, laziness all the way. I end up not doing anything the whole day. I'm not productive at all. So we're working around that. So when it comes to 8 to 10K steps, that is currently what I am getting down. When it comes to the 30 minutes exercise, I usually do a dance workout. I'm not trying to do anything that's going to be too hard for me. Like I told you, I don't want anything hard. If it's hard, I usually don't continue with it. And I'm trying to build habits that can actually stick even after I have finished the 100 days challenge. So yeah, the 8 to 10K steps I did was I started creating opportunities for me to actually walk. So instead of having my parents drop me off at the station so I can take a taxi to college, what I'll do is I'd rather walk. It's about a 30-minute walk from home. That gives me quite a few steps, like about 5,000 steps. That's helpful. Then when I come back, that's another 5,000, and then I'm good. So I'm finding ways to just make sure that I can actually get to those steps without necessarily having to be, because I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm gonna go to the gym, because I know I'm not gonna go to the gym. I don't have the time to go to the gym. I'm honestly, I genuinely don't have the time to go to the gym, and I have no idea where to start, so I'm not gonna bother myself with that. Number 5 is outreach to 10 clients every day. Here's the thing with reaching out to different clients and brands. It's scary. One thing about me is I am not a big fan. Okay, not even about me. I know a lot of us have this. I'm not a big fan of rejection. I don't like the fact that you're going to say no to me. But I'm trying to learn how to be okay with it. Have I gotten to 10 clients each day? Not really. I think in the time that I've started my self-development challenge, I have reached out to about 20 something brands. And as you can see, we are learning to accept rejection, because we're still waiting. There's nothing so far, but we're still going to continue going about it, okay? Because I think, especially with the position that I am in, I do not have any connections. I do not have any rich parents. I don't have I don't know anyone that's going to help me get the opportunities that I need. So it is up to me to create the opportunities for myself. And reaching out, cold emailing, creating those opportunities is the best way that I can actually get to where I want to get to. Number 6 is reading 10 pages in a self-help or self-development book. I am currently reading Atomic Habits. I haven't gotten far because somehow I just The 10 pages have been very hard for me, but I'm learning to be consistent with that. Like I said, I'm going to take it slow, but I will get there at some point. So I chose to use Atomic Habits because I did start the book before, but I just hadn't gotten very far with it. I'm learning how to create habits. It's going to be helpful for the life that I want to be living, and that's the reason why Atomic Habits was very important for me. So do let me know in the comments though if you've actually read Atomic Habits, and if you have, do you think it's a good book? Do you think it's not a good book? I think it's a good book. From a lot of the people have recommended it, but I'm not sure though. I'm still reading it myself, so I think I will do a book review when I finally finish the book. But for now, it seems like we're starting off good. Number 7 is daily affirmations. I feel so awkward when I have to do my affirmations because I do them usually like right after bathing and I'm doing my skincare and whatnot. I'm going to look myself in the mirror and then say my affirmations. I still feel weird. Like it feels like I'm lying to myself, and from what I've heard, that is normal, and that, you know, it becomes fine. You become okay with it as time goes on, but for now it's just very awkward. But what I do want to tell you is that if you're currently going through that, it's okay. It seems like it's normal, so we will get over it as time goes on. Because I remember having this discussion with my friend where we're talking about like affirmations, and she's like, it's just very weird. It feels like you're lying to yourself when you're saying all these things. And guess what? You feel like you're lying to yourself about, like, literally just telling yourself I love myself feels like a lie because you don't believe it. So, you know, working on that is something else that I am trying to learn how to do. I am trying to learn how to show love to myself and how to start taking care of myself as well. And that's the reason why affirmations, I think, are very important. I'm trying to shape the life that I want, and the best way to do that is through affirmations. Because when I start creating an identity and changing my mindset and changing the way that I look at myself and the way that, you know, I look at things around me, the way that I look at money, it's going to be helpful in changing my life as well during this 100 days. 8 is eating 3 meals a day. I've been going well with it. Honestly speaking, the eating 3 meals a day, we started well. Okay, I do have some days where we just end up at 2, but okay, some backstory before I keep going with this. The reason why eating 3 meals a day was there for me, was part of the challenge for me, was because I am currently overcoming an eating disorder. This is very different from what you usually hear, where people are talking about binge eating. I don't know what the name of the eating disorder, like specific name, is, but I basically don't eat. Yeah, I will eat once a day and that's it. And that has now caused me health problems, because now I have like severe stomach aches, and there's a chance that I have ulcers because of the fact that I was not taking care of myself and I was not eating enough. I mean, it got to a point where I was eating once a day, and when I was eating, I was literally just having noodles with chili. You can see where this is going. It's not good. Okay, so I've also like changed the food that I eat, so I don't eat as much noodles and not healthy stuff. So I usually now have a set, like, you know, food that I eat. It's not fancy, because literally I'm working with that I have in the house. I'm not about to have fancy things that I can't afford, and then I'll have an excuse for why I'm not eating or why I am not eating right as well. So I just find what I have in the house, I make something, and we work with that. I'm learning not to be too strict with myself, because when I started, literally I just like cut off everything, and if there's something I'm realizing again, as soon as it's restrictive, yeah, that doesn't do too well for me. So I'm learning to also have, I don't know if I can say cheat days, but like a day where like I don't have to not eat chocolate, where I don't have to like not eat chips, because I like them. These habits that I'm trying to install, I want them to be a part of my lifestyle. One thing I know for sure is that there's no way I'm cutting sweets and chips and stuff out of my diet, because I genuinely like those stuff. I don't feel the need to like cut it off. This is not much of a weight loss journey, rather just me taking care of myself and learning how to take care of my body and make sure that it's nourished, that it's, you know, I'm eating enough, and I am in the best state that I can be in, honestly. Number 9 is saving money. So I saw this savings challenge. I'm gonna input a video.
Starting the 10K in 100 days challenge.
You are putting in a certain amount of money each day. Depending on how much you have, you don't necessarily have to stick to a certain amount each day. So if I have 100 rand, I'm putting in 100 rand. If I have 20 rand, I'm putting in 20 rand. If I have 2 rand, I'm putting in 2 rand. And I'm doing this for 100 days. At the end of it, I'm going to have 10,100. That's the aim of this. And the reason why I wanted to do this savings challenge was, 1, to teach myself how to save. 2, to actually reward myself after the 100 days are over. I'm planning a little mini trip. Fancy things. But anyway, so I'm going to be going either solo or with my little brother, but I doubt I'm going with anyone. I'm probably going to be going alone somewhere. I haven't decided where. I'm still looking. But yeah, this is going to be like a reward for me being able to get through the 100 days challenge. Number 10 is to do one fun thing. I realized when I started my business, I became so into my business that I literally neglected every hobby that I had, everything that made me happy, everything that made me, that was fun, because I let go of the music that I was listening to. I wasn't listening to music as much. I don't know why. I have no excuse for that one. I stopped writing poetry. Yes, guys, I write poetry. I stopped writing poetry. I don't know, it's just, it faded. And then I stopped drawing as well. Those are the 3 things that I really loved doing, but somehow I ditched them because I felt like I didn't have enough time, or that I didn't feel like doing it anymore because I was so into, let me start my business and make money. Like, that's all nice and everything, but please, it's important that you actually have a hobby, that you're doing fun things. So yeah, during these 100 days, I am looking for like fun things to do. So writing poetry, drawing, sometimes it's going on solo dates. I will vlog for you guys whenever I go on solo dates. I am going to be showing you whatever it is that I'm doing during that time, but I'm learning how to do fun things that might not necessarily be for my business or for making money, but still make me happy. So those are the 10 things that I'm doing every day, or looking to do every day, because I haven't gotten there yet, every day during this 100 days challenge. So I hope that you're going to be joining in. I will be updating you guys. I think every once a week I will let you guys know of what we're doing, what I'm currently up to, something that I am working towards, which somehow relates to the 100 days challenge. And by the way, this is not the only content that I actually create. I do talk about marketing, about starting a business, and self-development, as you can see. So make sure that you like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you're going to be starting your own self-development journey.